Episode 9 is often described as a Star Wars film that's set to have many different twists and turns, as well as surprises in this movie by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of Episode 9 that a lot of people are truly looking forward to seeing is, of course, exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to tie this movie into the prequels and even the original trilogy itself in order to make it feel complete and in order to end the Skywalker saga correctly. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with one of the opening scenes in the first act of the film. Specifically, a description of one of the opening scenes in the first act of the movie, involving a rear shot of Kylo Ren while wearing his new helmet. It's described that Kylo is looking at a glass display of Vader's charred suit. It's described that parts of Vader's armor are attached to metallic poles in the shape of a body to give the impression that the suit is in one piece. It said that Kylo owns the chest plate, the shoulder armor, and even the shins and boots of Vader. It's described to appear incomplete to the point where it appears Kylo is examining a piece of abstract art. The cape is described to be missing and not present, where the helmet of Vader's lies on Kylo's armrest of his throne inside of his throne room. So I really want to go over a couple of parts about this because not only does this sound amazing, but this also sounds like J.J. Abrams is really taking it up a notch here in order to really throw in more Vader, or the remnants of Vader, I should say, into Star Wars Episode 9. Now, in The Force Awakens, we got the official debut of Vader's charred helmet. That's actually going to be reappearing in Episode 9, thankfully. But also in this movie, in one of the opening scenes of Episode 9, there's actually a description of Kylo Ren, a rear shot of Kylo Ren witnessing an actual display of Darth Vader's armor that's actually pinned on a metallic system that appears to be in the shape of, well, I'm trying to imagine it like a stick man or something like that. That's the best way I can imagine it right now, is that it's these metallic poles that are designed in a stickman fashion, where it'll actually throw the armor on certain parts of that in order to eventually make the figure complete. So it's kind of like imagining a stickman figure, that's made of metallic poles, where the chest plate is in the middle, the shoulder blades are on the shoulders, and then you have the boots and the other parts of the suit on other areas of that figure. So what's really interesting about this is that it seems as though that Kylo Ren is basically putting pieces of the puzzle together for Darth Vader's armor/suit and is trying to make him look complete in the display. So not only does this sound very freaky and creepy for the character of Kylo Ren to be doing such a thing in order to really honor his grandfather Darth Vader/Anakin Skywalker, but it also sounds something that J.J. Abrams would definitely do in order to honor the character of Darth Vader. Again, like I say, the obvious things probably just burned away, like, the clothing of Darth Vader's suit, like just the regular clothing, and even the cape. However, the armor does remain, the boots, the shins, the shoulder armor, the chest plate, you name it, the whole 9 yards. So when we look at Episode 9, it seems as though that it's really going to be paying a lot of respect to the character of Darth Vader, because let's not forget, when we look at the Skywalker saga, it really is all about Darth Vader, am I right? When we look about Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader, they are the true faces of the Star Wars franchise. It literally all started with Anakin on, of course, Tatooine being discovered by Qui-Gon Jinn, and that's exactly how Anakin was brought into this universe. So when we look at Episode 9, it really seems as though that J.J. Abrams is very ambitious with his ideas, and this by far, guys, I gotta say, is quite up there. I think that this is revolutionary. I think it's a great way in order to just show us Darth Vader almost as if he is in one piece, as an actual figure on display for Kylo Ren to actually look at in Episode 9. Now, we're not quite sure if Kylo Ren has had this for quite some time, or if he actually came across the pieces of armor of Darth Vader in between the events of course, The Last Jedi and Episode 9. Let's not forget that in between those two movies, it's roughly one whole year. Again, J.J. Abrams borrowing an element from Return of the Jedi, which takes place 1 year after the events of The Empire Strikes Back. So you can already see the parallels that are going into play here for this movie. And with that being said, guys, what do you think about Kylo Ren being so obsessed with his grandfather once again in Episode 9? It seems as though that we got past that stage for Kylo in The Last Jedi, but that's going to be brought back into the equation here in Episode 9, since J.J. Abrams is pretty much, back in the director's seat and is doing things the way he wants to do things in this story that's going to end this current trilogy. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.